What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if it's your first time. We're going to go over game week 264. Going to have a quick look at the teams I lined out and we'll see what rewards we've got. And then we're going to take a quick look at our 265 lineups, the kind of rough work to those teams. Our rewards came in the limited division, both of them. But yeah, let's dive straight into our teams for game week 264. All-Star Limited, we actually had two lineups which had Max Alain Gradel looking for some sort of decisive score to bring us into the rewards. As you see here, another 30 points would have got us into a tier 3 all-star card, but didn't deserve too much. Bit of a weak link in the striker position as well anyway. All-star rare, just 13 points off a reward. Sadly, it was mainly down to Onisiwo, Mainz' striker. They got hammered 5-0 away to Wolfsburg, and yeah, he just had a brutal game. He only played 18 minutes, as a matter of fact. Wow, I thought he was a nailed-on starter for them. I thought he just had a shocking game. But yeah, quite good scores elsewhere, so that was sad. We went for a midfield Anderlecht stack with a bad fixture. Olsen didn't even start the game. Like, so many of my players just... They're in the predicted lineups, but yeah, Olsen's in and out of the favour with the management here. I think he only started to get regular game time for Anderlecht when he had came back from the international break and got every minute for Sweden. I think he played 3 fixtures for Sweden every minute. So then it kind of encouraged Anderlecht manager to play him again. But I think now the Anderlecht manager is like, fuck it, I don't care if he's playing international football. I don't like this Olsen guy. I'm with you, Anderlecht manager. I don't like this Olsen guy also. Just kidding, but he has been a frustrating card to be an owner of. We'll just skip through the throwaway teams. Challenger Europe Limited, 20 points off a card. Zian Fleming starting to become a bit of a decisive monster, banging in a lot of goals and assists for Fortuna Sittard. He's their number 8. He sits behind the 2 strikers. Really nice card, Zian Fleming. I've thought about getting his rare card on multiple occasions. This guy just a beast. He must have got some decisive with an AA, an assist. Yeah, an assist and a big AA score. I have plans to stack Guilherme with their keeper, because I have their rare keeper, and I'm trying to get this guy's rare, but there's not a lot of them on the market. Anyway, 20 points off a reward here. 70 points off a reward with my... oh, this is that goalkeeper I was talking about. See, I have his rare. Guilherme is in the... like, this would be a really nice defensive stack if I was to get Guilherme's rare, or if I was to get Sehic's limited. But yeah, my Challenger Europe rare... We had Jurgen Larsson with a good fixture. I mean... Burgess is a fucking AA monster. He's a 6'6" centre back for the league champions. So like, I think the team got unlucky not to do better. It's another question: was it unlucky not to get a reward? Because I'm starting to learn Challenger's quite fucking competitive. Anyway, moving on. We have a defensive Union stack. Same with Burgess again, the 6'6" monster. His defensive partner Bart. Super rare. Andreas Noppert, go ahead Eagles keeper. Like, he loses 1-0, still bags 50 points. And then the offensive Trab stack, which I really like. I think it's, as far as bargain stacks go, Trabs is like the meta. Hamsik just a beast. Although his last 2 games not been completely doing it. Cornelius finally got a goal after a bit of a dry patch. Actually, his second goal in something like 7 games. I think he scored a few games ago as well. But throwaway team here, 60 points off a reward. Let's skip through them a little bit. My Champion America, this was a proper competitive team on paper. Kai Wagner for Philadelphia. What happens, young lad? Just a -5 AA score at home. Not what I'm expecting. Not what I'm expecting to see. While I had Arujo, LA Galaxy's right. I believe he was playing fullback, Arujo for LA Galaxy. He's like 2021. He was playing against Nashville. I actually thought Arujo was going to score badly against Nashville, and I thought Kai Wagner would do the business. It was completely the other way around. Arujo got a really nice AA score against Nashville. Just hard to predict. Sometimes players have good days, they have bad days. They miss a lot of passes. Andrew Fontas, one of the most frustrating stories. I picked him up lately with some negotiating done on Discord. He was kind of shilled to me a little bit. Like, I kind of fell for it, I believe. Maybe it was his fucking cousin who sold me his card, because this Fontas guy Not only a nailed-on start, he's one of the best fucking defenders in the league. Sorry to get... I know So Rare content doesn't normally get aggressive, but he's one of the best defenders in the league. He could be playing for Celta Vigo. In fact, that's not true, because Celta Vigo let him go on a free to Kansas. Or is it Real Salt Lake? No, it's Kansas. Anyway, Fontas didn't play. No, he didn't kill my team. The team was dead anyway, man. Champion Asia, we just about lined this out. Taiwan didn't play. First reward coming in from this. It's a tier 1, lads, which we're going to open up in just a minute. My Champion Europe Stade stack with the Traore right back. Of course, Benjamin and Martin, the two main men. Really nice recent averages on them. Top 4 French league team. Bauman, my new signing in goals. Grifo, I have multiple copies of him. You're going to see him in another team. Maybe even another award-winning team. Champion Europe, miles off. Champion Europe Pro, miles off. Throwaway team. No reward here in the Specialist League. We had a Trabs keeper. We had the offensive Groningen stack. This is what killed this. If Groningen had a good game at home to Hercules and these guys got there's a couple of goals for Groningen, this probably gets a reward. Anyway, 40 points off a reward in the Specialist. Also 40 points off a reward in the Under 23 Limited. A bit of a shit week, as you can see. A lot of my teams just fell short. And you'll see in my Under 23 Rare and Under 23 Rare Pro, Diber Casiedo, Vancouver forward. I did my research, guys. I don't just buy someone. I look at someone's last 100 matches before I buy them. But for some reason, this guy got dropped. You see him in both teams, Under 23, Under 23 Rare Pro. Slanina basically could have just not played and he would have got a similar score. But he did concede 3 and have an error leading to goal, I believe. No, he just had a really bad all-round score. So maybe... Oh, he missed a lot of passes. I remember looking at this before, I think. So he had 6 accurate passes, 15 missed passes. Now, obviously he's launching it upfield a lot, so that's kind of unfortunate. But bad game for young Slanina, only 17 years old. Here's where my other reward came. It was a tier 3 limited, not super exciting, but hey, I'll fucking take it, man. We Lucas Nemchat, he was one of our star guys for this underdog team. As he's not able, his recent average is too big now to qualify or to be eligible for these underdog teams, but he was coming off the bench a lot for Wolfsburg, and then recently he's been getting the full game time. 64 minutes, but he's starting now rather than coming off the bench, which was really good for his last 15 average because he was coming off the bench a lot, but his last 5 he's starting. So I knew he was going to really make this team stand out versus other teams in the league. Really nice that I landed myself a card, even though the Groningen offensive stack, we have Abraham here, Abraham Larson. We have a lot of Groningen players, bullish on them because they're all very cheap mid-table Dutch team, but when Groningen backfire and I have them laid out everywhere, you can see how it's detrimental. So anyway, lads, let's crack straight into the rewards. Already 8 minutes in. Appreciate your patience. I know about 75% do leave after 10 seconds. Here it is. Kalinoglu. And a few years ago, I would be really butchered at fucking pronunciation. I can still barely do it, but I'm a big fan of this player in real life. As far as So Rare goes, well, let's take a look, shall we? Let's take a look. He's got a ping of a right foot on him, or whatever foot he is. He'd be a good set piece taker. He'd be good at his long shots. Proper player, man. Even for his limited, it's fucking proper dosh. The floor price on his rare is over $3,000. But anyway, we won his limited. Very happy with that. Very happy with that, man. Really, really am. And we also have Skriniar, so we can have a little bit of Inter Milan synergy going in Arch. Although he's probably going to end up being in an all-star team. We can take a look now. Anyway, we're going to have a tier 3 limited also to look at. Really nice, really nice. NEC, I have Caso Dental for NEC Rare. We'll take a look at both. El Caro. How much is this guy going to be worth straight away? Right, he's worth less than 10 euros, but he's young. He's got under 23 utility until 2025. When you're getting a tier 3, you're usually expecting it to be less than 10 euros. The fact that this guy's 20 and he's like a mid-table Dutch team, and he's just rolled off to 74. Wow, look at this. They played him attacking mid against Ajax, and he just got destroyed, man. 10 accurate passes, 7 missed passes for someone playing in midfield. That's not great, is it? I'm really happy with his card, though. Really happy with his card. I do want to just have a quick look while we're on the topic of NEC. Oh, Dental not even in the mix, man. What happened? What happened here? Maybe because they're resting on rotating a lot of players. Definitely lost money on this guy. Just a little just sidetracking a little bit here. Come on, how much was it? About double. I mean, he'll go up next season. The reason I like this guy, and I have a study buddy who works on So Rare with me also, who recommended this guy. He gets a lot of passes done. Like I was looking at some third-party websites like Transfermarkt or SofaScore, FootMob. FotMob. Tier 1 common. Pozuelo. Is this guy going to be playing? Is he going to give me some utility? Toronto. Okay, it's nice that he's playing over the summer if I ever need some help to lining up a team. Kind of like this guy, man. Like a 54 L40 with just playing week in, week out now. Yeah, this 5-4 game. Of course, there was going to be some high-scoring attacking players in the 5-4 fixture. And the 0.02 each, I believe that's 4 0.02s in a row we've hit. It's because we've started to kind of put more emphasis on our all-star teams. Right, we're going to take a quick look at my... We could look at 265 current lineups, I guess, and then in another video do our 266 rough work. Although I did want to do some 266 rough work, because if we're going to need to buy anyone for the game week, it's better now than tomorrow or the next day. Common team. Yeah, just my common team. We put in this guy, man. Fucking killed. We've tried so hard to not find any DNPs. But we found one right there, straight off the bat, with Vinny getting a goal, Militao getting a decent score. Whoa, look at the 0. Oh, the 0% XP is because of the... Yeah, okay, I thought my cards had glitched or something. Underdog Limited League, Fabian Koch. Very, very throwaway teams. I kind of scrapped them together, even bought for those teams. My under 23s, I mean, this guy got a fucking hat-trick. Pardon my French. And I like him a lot. I bought his rare for this game week also. You're going to see him in my Challenger Rare team. He was bought specifically for the Challenger Rare. I just picked up his limited as well because it felt underpriced. My all-star team, I mean, all three, this forward and these two midfielders were bought in the last couple of days. A little bit degen buying for the game week. We also bought, this guy's a new signing, Kashiwa Race, old striker. Cerezo Osaka, a bit of a with their defender and midfielder Ricky Harakawa. Murakami away to Kyoto Sanga. Definitely not expecting too much. The rares now, I put so much time into these teams. Modric with a bit of a dud game. I know I captained Modric against City, but I thought even against a City team on form, Modric can just bang a load of... he can get a load of passes, he can get a decisive. My main goal, my main vision for this all-star team this week was the threshold. Just leftover players into a threshold. Modric was actually ruled out until a few days before the game. My all-star pro, oh, he's live right now. Has he conceded yet? I think so, yeah. With a minus all-round score. Come on, dude. This Tobias Kahn's 50 score is quite nice. Nice 15 all-round. He was about 0.1 for this super rare card. Jin Young is definitely a dodgy card. But this fixture, the last time Deju played these guys last week in the group, 7-0. Jin Young set to start again, so it's gonna come. Like, Jin Young is very likely gonna get a high score, very, very likely. This is like men against boys. This fixture, it's a bit of a mismatch in the AFC. It's gonna come down to Fabinho and Mane. Mane, I know it's like Liverpool, or I should say Jurgen Klopp got into this rhythm of play Mane, rest Mane, play Mane, rest Mane. Now it seems like Mane is just playing every fucking fixture. We're gonna see how well that quote ages when Liverpool play Villarreal. I honestly think if tomorrow Fabinho and Mane can rack up some points for me, regardless of this keeper's shitty score, we could be in some sort of contention. Because like I say, my super rare card with a 25% boost is gonna probably score really high. Like I could expect 85 points, 75 points from this guy. Who knows? Anyway, under 23s, we have a common card giving us the utility Marlon Mustafa up front. This is only going to be about 30 points because of the scarcity penalty we're going to have to pay for using a common card in a rare team. We just have some forward issues, man. We have multiple Dan Rotz copies out injured. Shit like that. Under 23 Pro, just a throwaway team. Champion Europe, we have a Man United defensive stack against Chelsea. So, also a bit of a throwaway team. Now, Challenger Europe. This is, let me tell you about how this team came together this week as I'll wrap up the video quite shortly. Challenger Europe. So I had Nicholas Hedel's common card with a good fixture. Again, we're going to lose minus 40%, but I think it's a nice base foundation to give a team utility. We had Kamil Patiakowski and Eric Martel. Kamil Patiakowski is one of the best defenders in the Austrian league in terms of AA scores. No, excuse me, let me rephrase that. Kamil Patiakowski is the highest AA scoring player in the whole Austrian league. Right? I don't know why I understated it the first time. So, but even having said that, they still don't play him week in, week out. Like, they're nurturing him. They probably have some other good defenders. When he plays, he just scores amazingly. Anyway, Kamil Patiakowski, he hasn't played the last two. Really assuming he's going to play against Sturm Graz. Eric Martel's a beast, and he's an all-round beast. Like, we got two of the top 5 all-round guys in the league. So this is why I said, look, I want to get a midfielder, I want to get a forward for this team. I got Ziegel, I got Veroni. They were both cheap, and they both scored really well. And they've both got long-term utility. They've both got contracts. So really hopeful about this Challenger team. Patiakowski getting DNP is the real worry. That's the worry. If Patiakowski just... But you know what? We'll see it in his scores recently. He came off the bench. One of these 51s, he just played half the game. He still just managed a 16 AA. My couple of Asia teams are quite competitive. The Asia Rare team is just a defensive Sanfrecce Hiroshima stack. With Sasaki and Araki. Left back and centre back, I believe. Their fixture, Shimizu S Pulse. I'm not sure how tough that fixture is. But let's see. And then we have the rest of the players are all Nagoya Grampus away to Jibolo Iwata. Mateus and Sho Inagaki, the offensive stack with Langerak in goals. Sho Inagaki, just an amazing scorer. We'll have a quick look at his recents. You're going to see some dark greens in here. Okay, just the 77. If we saw the bigger picture, you'd see a lot more dark green in there, but still, even when he's not hitting a decisive, look at this, for away to FC Tokyo, he manages a 19 AA score. That's just an asset right there. Asia Pro, we're going to see a big defensive Kashiwa Reysol stack. Mitsumaru, who was a shitty old scorer as he kind of suffered from that classic fullback matrix issue, like the fullback scoring. The scoring matrix is not suited for fullbacks. But he has been, I don't know if it's because of a positional change or because of himself just playing better, but Mitsumaru has started to become a proper player and a proper asset for me. Tayo Koga is just a beast, an under 23 beast and an Asia beast, scores really well. Really nice that I own Kashiwa Reysol's keeper as well. He also plays for the national team, plays national football for South Korea. I bought these guys pre-season, all of them. And Kashiwa Reysol just avoided relegation last season. I think I had a bit of a long one last night. But here we are, Ataru Osaka. This is another men against boys. This is another AFC mismatch. And you know what I'm just realizing? Why isn't he captain? I just made a mistake. You know why? You know why? Because Osaka wasn't originally in this team. Osaka just got rotated in like before the deadline. That's 100% the wrong captain. Maybe some weird rotation stuff happens with Osaka, but home United, I think this is like a 5-0 kind of fixture, and he's like one of their main attackers. Bit of a salty note to end the video. Anyway, lads, hopefully it didn't drag out. I appreciate you stopping by, checking out my teams, sweating my rewards with me. Pretty happy with the Kalinoglu and the young NEC defender. I'll see you in the next video where I'm going to go through my game week 266 team. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.